Want to watch the sunrise with me while I tell you a story? So it's been a little bit since we posted anything on YouTube. We've had a couple of things happen. Um, Now, these videos, I'm not claiming that I can help anybody. I'm not claiming that I'm going to save anybody. But the amount of stuff we've been through in the last couple of years, we're still here. We're still holding on. We're fractured, but not broken. We're healing, moving on, trying to. So in 2024, there was a really bad hurricane that happened over here in the East Coast. It was called Hurricane Helene. My family and 5 of our friends had planned a camping trip 2 weeks prior to the hurricane hitting. And the day that the hurricane left was September 27th. And by the afternoon, the skies were blue. It looked like a beautiful day. None of us had power. None of us had water. So we decided we're still going camping. Might as well go make fun out of a bad situation. So my family of 5 and our 5 friends head out to my friend's private 26 acres. We had already set up a camping site, like a campfire pit and all that stuff. Well, the hurricane had knocked over several trees, and we had to move to the campsite. Just down a little bit. I don't know, maybe 20 feet. On the way to the camping site, to my friend's property, we had to cut trees down, move trees. We had a Jeep. We had to, we were driving over trees to get to the campsite. So we get there. We have to clear a bunch of trees to get to the campsite. We have to clear the campsite. And about 2 hours later, 7 people approached. They were coming on 4-wheelers. At that time, we had my son-in-law, my son, and a couple of our friends were at the top of the hill getting stuff out of their car. And the people on 4-wheelers just drove right past them. My son-in-law at the time had said, that he could sense something was wrong. He said, there's 2 types of rednecks. There's me, and there's people like them. And so the headman on the first 4-wheeler got off his 4-wheeler and started to approach my husband. My husband went up to see why they were there, what they were doing. And he took my 12 gauge and he was holding it barrel up, not even finger on trigger, not pointing it at anybody, just carrying it along his side. The man approached him, attacked him, tried to take the gun. My husband fought with him. He fell backwards. The man fell on top of him. He started punching him in the head, tried to take the gun away from him again, got a hold of the rear of the gun, and started turning the barrel towards my husband. The only thing that Roger could think to do was to pull the trigger to clear the barrel before it reached his head. So that's what he did. He pulled the trigger, and it was about a foot away from his face. At that point in time, my son-in-law, my son, they both drew their weapons and pointed at the man that was attacking my husband. The man that was attacking my husband got shot. The second man on the 4-wheeler started shooting at my boys. My son was shot in the arm. He was shot in the forearm, and it blew his elbow out. My son-in-law got shot several times. He turned the gun on the man. He shot that man as well. Both attackers dead. Son-in-law also. When all the gunshots were over, I started running towards everyone to see who needed help. I needed to see. I was screaming, like, who got shot? What do you do? So my daughter and I start running up the hill. And there's like this about a 12-foot deep ravine that I had to get on the other side of to get to everybody. So I hopped down on my butt to slide down that hill. And as soon as my butt hit the ground, I broke my arm. So I slide down to the bottom, not knowing any of this at the time, because adrenaline's, your best friend at that time. So I climb up the other side, just as Nick is taking his last breath. We piled 7 people and 2 dogs in my Jeep, and we got the hell out of there as fast as we could, because we didn't know how many more people were going to come and attack, how many more people were going to shoot at us, why we were being shot at, what the hell was even happening. It took us 29 minutes to get to the emergency room. I almost lost my son in the process due to it being a bone bleed. Luckily, he is good. He has 2 metal plates in his arm. He's got a hellacious scar, but he is well. My youngest son had seen that he got shot, and he had automatically went straight to him. He took his shirt off. He tied his shirt around his arm to create a tourniquet. And luckily he did do that. And luckily I don't have to think about what would have happened. Since then, I had quit my job. I was making pretty good money, a salary position. I was there for 5 years. In that instant of 8 seconds when I lost my son-in-law and everyone got shot, my whole life changed. I woke up because all I could do was just be angry, and it forced me to have to wake up